Everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about photosynthesis. So we all get our energy to do whatever work we do from eating, right? We eat plants, we eat animals, and we eat all sorts of things, fruits, vegetables, whatever you'd like. But how do plants get their energy? Right? Plants don't go around hunting for other things to eat, right? They just stay where they are. They get their energy mainly by using a process called photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is really important for us because that's how we get our oxygen and how plants stay alive so that we and the things that we eat can rely on plants for food. So what is photosynthesis? Right? It's the means by which plants get their energy. So what do plants do? They take in carbon dioxide and water to form a compound called glucose, which is this one, and oxygen. So what I've just written now here is a chemical equation. So don't worry about the tiny specifics of it too much. Just know that carbon dioxide, CO2, and water, H2O, is taken to form glucose, which is made up of 6 carbon atoms, 12 hydrogen atoms, and 6 oxygen atoms, and a regular oxygen, which is made up of 2 oxygen atoms. Okay? So, to understand more of how this process works, let's take a look at the chloroplast of the plant cell, which I mentioned in our previous video. So let's just take an expanded version of the chloroplast. So imagine this is the chloroplast. Okay, so if this is the chloroplast of the plant cell, within the chloroplast there are, you can think of it as many pancakes, right? Think of it as many pancakes stacked on top of each other. So like that. I'll just draw 2 more. And last one. This is just a simplified drawing, but imagine these pancakes are connected like this and spread throughout the entire cell, stacked up. Alright? These pancakes, this entire stack of pancakes is called a granum. Okay? Granum. And if you're looking at the plural form, so multiple of these, it's called grana. Okay? So each of the pancakes within the granum are called thylakoids. So just a bunch of vocab words to help you understand how the process is taking place. Alright? Within each of the thylakoids, you have a bunch of pigments. So what is a pigment? A pigment is something that absorbs light. Alright? The pigment that these thylakoids have is called. So why are plants green? Well, let's find out. It's because of this pigment that we named called chlorophyll. Think of pigments like a sponge for light rays. Light comes in all colors thanks to different wavelengths. Now chlorophyll is a bit picky. It loves red and blue light and absorbs it like a champ. But green light? Nah, it's like an unwelcome guest. Chlorophyll reflects green light, and that's what reaches our eyes, making plants look green. But wait, in autumn, leaves change colors. Why? Plants pull back their chlorophyll to save it for later. Without the green pigment, other colors like yellow and red start to shine through. So the next time you see a green plant, you'll know it's all thanks to chlorophyll playing favorites with light. Okay, so the chlorophyll takes in light. Now, let's talk about for photosynthesis, there are two main reactions that's needed. They are the light dependent reactions and the light independent reactions, and these are also called the Calvin cycle. Okay, so we're just going to go to a very brief overview of each one. Especially Calvin cycle is extremely complex, so you can feel free to go and research that on your own, but for the sake of this video, let's just go through a very simple explanation. Okay, so in the light dependent reactions, light from the chlorophyll and water, H2O, that the plant takes up from the bottom is used to form what we call ATP, right? And NADH. So you might be wondering, what is this ATP and NADH, right? NADPH. Don't worry about these acronyms for now. Just know that ATP is a type of molecule. You might remember learning about molecules. ATP is a type of molecule that transfers energy. So you take energy here and you want to give energy there. How do you do that? You use ATP. So you put your energy in the ATP, ATP goes there and gives its energy. So ATP is what gives the energy for the Calvin cycle to take place, right? And NADPH performs a similar role, the Calvin cycle. So in the Calvin cycle, carbon dioxide also comes in, and with the water from the light dependent reaction and carbon dioxide in the Calvin cycle, your glucose is formed as a product. Glucose is a type of sugar that our cells eventually break down to form as energy. Okay, so that's what this equation says here. The CO2, the Calvin cycle, and the H2O and the light dependent reaction forms your glucose, and then you also have oxygen as a waste product. So how do the CO2 and oxygen get in and exit the cell? Well, on the bottom of every leaf, there are things called stomata, right? Stomata, which are, you can think of it as these kind of openings that the plants can keep open or they can close. So when they open them, that's when oxygen can leave and carbon dioxide can come in. And when they close them, they're like, no more air coming in or exiting the plant. Okay, so this is a very basic overview of photosynthesis. But again, plants take in these two molecules to make their necessary sugar, glucose, and exit oxygen as a waste product. Thank you very much for listening, and stick around for our next videos. Thank you.